We are live. What's up, guys? Let's see who's here already. Woo! A lot of chat. A lot of chat. Immortal Trek. I said hi to Niles Cooper. I've just stumbled upon the channel today, so that's exciting. Welcome, Niles. I hope you're here. Still here. Baked Jesus, love your eyes in that image. Thank you. Seen Dominion Tank Police. I have not Immortal Technique, but welcome to the live stream. Hello, hello. Brian from the Rebellion, welcome. Just I might just say hello. I don't know if you're still here, but hello if you are. Hello, wished upon a vlog. Oh, your comments on my videos have been so sweet. Thank you so much for them. Great to have you here. Count Patchy. Damn, the stream starts at the same time as my shift. Oh, that sucks, dude. Well, you can always watch it later. Jesus H. Christ. Oi! Oi, Jesus H. Christ. Hello. Fix up, look sharp, hair, hype. All right, the hype is real. Hey, Brian is still here. Bruno Paradis. Hi from Montreal. What's up, Montreal? It's probably colder there than it is here. I'm in Denver right now. Well, near Denver. London Junglist. Oi, God Empress / Queen Goddess. Big ups. What's up? Jennifer McMahon. Hello. Hello. Angel Carrillo. Oh shit, a love stream. What's a love stream? That's weird. Hello from England. What's up, Aiden Vickery? What's up, England? I love doing middle of the day streams. So you get people from all over. You're like, it's evening time in the UK, and it's like afternoon time in the US. Everyone who's not doing work is watching. What's up, Jordan P? Isabel Brokow. Can't we just have relatable female characters who can be funny and don't need to have a stoic face 99% of the time? I'm down for that. Apparently we can, by the way. Hot here. South Florida gets too hot. Big Jesus, I wish I was in South Florida. It's too cold here for me. Rob Gagnon, hello there. Looking on pointed. I say thank you. Oh, Vernon85, thank you for the first super chat of the day. Hi, Noah Murphy. Thank you very much, Vernon85. I'm drinking tea right now, so I'll continue doing that. There are some spiked seltzers around that I could pilfer from my friend. By pilfer, I mean take, because they told me I can have them. So, Brian from the Rebellion, once again, Disney proves that they have no idea what they're doing in Star Wars and Obi-Wan TV series. Are you serious? Turn that shit into a damn movie. Do they even try to listen to the fans? No, apparently they do not. Yeah, I'm hearing all this new stuff about the Disney streaming and what they're planning on doing Star Wars-wise, and I'm just not impressed. Hi, Lily Patton. Jessie is a relatable female character. That's right. So where's my movie? It's going to happen one day, guys. I'm going to be in the movies one day. Like your videos. Thank you. But somehow I can't hear your individual videos, even though I can hear your live streams perfectly. That's weird. Brian Gobo, that's very strange. Like you can't hear it all. Like there's no sound, because that's weird. I don't know what that's about. Hey, have ever heard from a band called Courage My Love? I recommend. I've not heard of them, but I will check them out. Jessie should be Captain Marvel. It is known. This has been widely discussed that it was a clear choice, better choice for Captain Marvel. They just made a serious mistake. Anthony Nagatani, hashtag user error. All right, Tony, what's up? How are you? Hope your day is going well. Thank you, Jake Rover. I'm glad you like my rants. Who will get their first movie first? Jesse Milestone or Jesse Milestone's hair? Probably my hair. Let's be real here. Jesse is best Captain Marvel. You damn Skippy. Oh, Midnight Luna. Hi, Jesse. How my Jedi doing? Your Jedi doing great. Captain God Empress, says Brian. Yes. How are you doing, Midnight Luna? I'm glad that you're here. Reese, trying to avoid anything to do with this movie until I get time to see it. But hey, Jess, what's up, Reese? You're referring to Alita? I won't give away any spoilers, by the way. I did just drop my review. It is mostly spoiler-free. I let you know when we get into the spoilers. Hey, Jeff the Iron Wolf, what's up? Hi, Rising Underdog. Could see Jesse sporting the mohawk. That would be epic. Yeah, and I would actually have, you could actually style my hair into a real mohawk and not just be like, it's a mohawk helmet. Anyway. Jesse, I want a makeup tutorial of the video you uploaded the other day of your eye makeup with the white liner. Looked very cool. Which one vlog? I plan on doing a makeup tutorial at some point. So, you are in luck. Goose blackballed you as Captain Marvel. He knew Brie could not outshine him, unlike you. You're so sweet, Aiden Vickery. That's very, very sweet. Sweet that I can say you can say it. No spoilers. Yes, I do. Anyway, all right. So, so let's chat these a little bit. The stream is still young. We still got people coming in. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick. I hope you feel better soon. You should direct Star Wars and have it. Yeah, I would be an awesome Star Wars director, because I actually love the movie and I understand what Star Wars means and what it is and what it feels like and what it doesn't. 4 invites to press screenings. It looked less appealing than Jupiter Ascending. You got 4 invites to press screenings and you didn't take me? What is wrong with you? Jesus, if I could just unsub my boyfriend, I would do that right now. Oh, it's called breaking up. Just kidding. Totally not breaking up with you. I love you, sweetie. It is better than Jupiter Ascending. It is much better than Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending was a great idea that fell so flat. Alita is excellent. Oh, it was for last week. Well, I don't know when the invites were for. Also, you totally should have gone. Good characters, period. Exactly. It doesn't matter. You can make it, and that's the beauty of it, is like, stop making it about the identity of the character. Start making it about the character. You can make whatever character you want, and we will get on board. Just make it a good character and make it be about the movie, which is the reason I think that people are so stupid. People with their agendas who are like, I want more acceptance I want greater acceptance for this type of person and that type of person and that type of person. So let me put them in the movie, tell you how you should accept them. When instead you could just write them into a movie. Just write them as a really good character. Don't even talk about it. That's the best way to do it. Don't talk about it ahead of time. Don't make anything in your press and your talking points about how, like, look at my transgender character. Look at my pansexual character. Just write a good damn character. Talk about the character's motivations. Talk about their feelings. Talk about their backgrounds. Anthony, I'll do it for you in bed then. In for Fun 2 wants more cat movies. Everyone wants more cat movies. You didn't like Alita that much, unlike SJWs in mainstream media. I won't trash it just because it wasn't my kind of movie, though. It just went for me. Thank you, Chet Manley. That's very big of you to say. Anyway, this is the fun police. No fun allowed. You're under arrest. Oh, Mason Goliath is arresting me for being fun. Quick question: as a dog person, what did you think of the part in Alita? Oh, that scene! It made me really sad. It hurt my soul. It hurt my soul a lot. It really made me sad. I was crushed. Like, when that happened, I was like, they're not gonna, and then they did it, and I was like, no! That was crushing. It's like Yoda's cooler older sister. All right, you're talking about my voice still, weirdo. Anyway, mushrooms or LSD. I haven't done either, nor did I do any while watching the movie. So, did you lose many subscribers after the socialism videos? I lost a few, but I've bounced back and I have gained more since then than I lost from it. So I don't really give a crap. Bye Tony. Love you too. Yeah. And I think that's the best way to promote diversity, is you just create quality and then it all follows. So I don't remember the song really. And it was fine. I like the music in general. D-Money Show. Stopping by. I have to go to work. Have fun at work. Not that anyone does. Except for me, because this is my work. So hooray. Surprise Cameron to the balls to keep the scene as well as the ending. Give the man credit. He goes to the fields when it matters. No, he does. That's the thing. James Cameron does some things poorly. Alita, you mean Gali? Well, yes, the original character's name in the original Japanese is Gali. I'm at work too. Cool, Uranus the Ninth. This is my work. So this literally just live streaming is part of my job. So, but it's so much fun. Of all the various SJW issues, which is your favorite to rant about? The one you find most absurd? Oh, good for you, Big Cheese. I'm glad you're fun at work. What do I think? I don't know if it's so much I don't think it's so much like a particular issue, and more as the way that they argue. It's the thing about like the getting offended, right? The you can't say that because it hurts my feelings, and then immediately calling you a million awful names. Daniel the Fat Star is off. Good for you. Thank you, Bombboard the Hobbit. But yeah, I think it's that business of it's just pretty much, it's all of the hypocrisy. I really enjoy all of the hypocrisy. This idea of like, you're not entitled to your opinion because your opinion is wrong. Meanwhile, everything they say is just an opinion. This like, oh my God, you can't say that because it's so offensive. But then they just say a bunch of really messed up offensive shit to everyone else. Oh my God, these personal attacks are so wrong. Personally attacking everyone else. Oh my God, doxing is evil. Like calling for violence, they're calling for violence, and I feel unsafe, and then calling for violence against anybody who disagrees with them. Hello, and love from Sweden. Hello, Perturbo 84 reading. Hope Cameron doesn't make Alien 5 as the ideas behind it suck. Him and Scott think aliens are weak. You don't know. That's not cool. Yeah, can't have weak aliens in the alien movies. Gotta have badass aliens. Where is Han at, Jesse? At home. This is not my apartment. This is my friend's apartment in Colorado. I go home tonight. I haven't seen them in a week. I'm very looking forward to seeing my kiddos. Anyway. Yeah. Reverse Captain Marvel, that it's a regular person discovering that they were a hero, whereas Captain Marvel was a hero discovering they were once a normal person. Yeah, I actually think that's a good point. That it's that reversal. It definitely has a lot in common in this idea that a lot of the plot is centering around her finding her memories. And I really think that I think that it's, I mean, and based on what I know from Carol Danvers, we don't know what the movie's going to do. Based on what I know from Carol Danvers of the comic books, which admittedly is not much. Everyone I've talked to is like, Carol Danvers is a Mary Sue. She is just ridiculously powerful, for just no, like she's unstoppably powerful all the time. And the only thing that makes her, human or interesting, her only struggles come from her emotional fucked upness, which for me doesn't seem like that's going to work in a movie like Avengers. Because I think that you're going to have that. You're going to have this business of her walking in and being like, I'm just more powerful than all of you. Ha ha. And the rest of them all have their emotional fucked upness and whatnot. Tony or Nebula should be the ones to kill Thanos. I think Nebula. Nebula really should be the one to do it. How are xenomorphs SJWs? Granted, that makes them more scary, but I don't know. I've not heard this theory that xenomorphs are SJWs. Brie Larson just is, but whatever. Angel Carrillo, I've heard of that thing. How to increase ratings of Voyager, put size 4 Terry Ryan in a size 3 cat suit. Fair enough. Too much power makes superheroes boring. I agree. Alita does a really nice job of setting up a character who does have that little bit, because that's like, it has the Bourne Identity kind of thing, which borders on Mary Sue of like, oh my God, combat situation. I'm just good at these things. But there's a larger first of all, for one, there's in both the Bourne movies and in Alita, there's a larger purpose. There's a larger thing she's trying to accomplish that she can't do just with strength alone. At least in the beginning, and they show that build, and like she doesn't start out flawless, she doesn't start out perfect by any means, or indestructible or unbeatable, which I think is really important for her character's arc. Is Alita an anti-hero in your opinion? Not quite. Not quite. I think that she starts out in an anti-hero sort of trope, but she discovers. I think that interesting, because I think that she's walking the line. I think that she exists with the staunch morality you expect from a hero, but with the ability or the willingness to do what it takes that you get from an anti-hero. And it's hard to have a black and white hero in this fun cyberpunk screwed up universe that they create for you. So in that way, that you don't really have any cookie cutter perfect heroes, because you can't. So I think that she is an anti-hero in certain respects. I think that she has a more typical hero arc in terms of discovering who she is, discovering what she wants to do, and building that all on some on moral goodness. There's no, like, the typical anti-hero arc is someone who doesn't want to be the hero or doesn't act like the hero at first and comes around to becoming the hero or being more like the hero, even if they do things that aren't always heroic. I think that she always is on the hero's path, but she sometimes does things that are not heroic but are also necessary. So in that way, I think she's a hero with anti-hero tendencies, if that makes sense. Nice fencing. Dudes in for fun too. So Rising Underdog, yes, correct. Yeah, so that's anyway, and I'm just really, first of all, it's amazing because you're talking about someone who was CGI'd through and through for this role, who is more expressive in like half a second than Brie Larson in any of the Captain Marvel trailers. So taking all of the SJW nonsense aside, I still struggle to see how Captain Marvel is going to be a good film when, admittedly, I haven't seen the most recent trailer, but the long trailer that I did see was just all exposition. It was all, let us tell you the backstory for all of this stuff. I don't know. I'm not optimistic. I also really don't think that, I'm talking about this actually in a video that's going to be up on Geeks and Gamers tomorrow, but I don't think that Disney, that Marvel actually has a motivation to bother making this a really good movie anyway. Motorball, Jeff. I want to play Motorball. I would so play Motorball. It seems dope. Nagajetti, no plan on seeing Alita, but now I will despite SJW. Do it! Oh, also despite the whole narrative, like, they whitewashed another Japanese film. But as people were quick to point out, Alita in the original books is actually set in Kansas City. In the film, it's positive that it's set maybe in somewhere in South America. But it's definitely not set in Asia. It's definitely not set in Japan. So there's that. Anyway, thank you for the super chat, Mega Jetty One, and definitely go see it. Also, if you're on the fence about seeing it, I highly recommend. Seeing it in theaters. It's definitely a good theater watch. It's the way Avatar just actually popped on a big screen. Rose Salazar is Latino, not white. True, which is another reason why the SJWs are like, well, we could attack this movie for casting a non-Asian lead, but she's still not white, so that's good, but it's still bad because it's bad for Asians, but it's good for diversity. Brain explode. We don't know what to do. So that's funny. That's definitely funny. So definitely go see it for that. Also in IMAX video, I'll bet it was. I saw it in a excuse me. I saw it in Dolby 3D. So super good sound. The sound is so important in it. It's really good. Now, I think it's a good enough story that you can enjoy it not in theaters. I do think it's a movie you're going to get the most out of it by seeing it in theaters. Ghost of the Shell, Americans are white. Why would you not? There you go. Highly doubt Captain Marvel will beat Thanos, as the Russo brother says she won't. I think that. So I'm hoping that Marvel isn't stupid enough to have this character popping out of nowhere with one movie and be the one who defeats Thanos. If she gives them the answer or the key or the way or does something instrumental in fixing things, that's fine. But I don't think that it would make sense or serve the plot of Endgame to have Captain Marvel be the one that just whisks in and saves the day. It'd be way too Deus Ex Machina and not rewarding because we're not invested in this character. Even if Captain Marvel turns out to be the best Marvel movie ever, and we all love it, we all think it's great, we have had years to invest ourselves in characters like Tony Stark. I mean, when did the first Iron Man come out even? Anyone remember the year? Because I don't, but it's forever ago. I think I was still in high school. Was I still in high school when it came out? It might have been. Just watched my Alita video. Thanks, Alex Lees. 2008. Yeah, I was still in high school. That's over a decade ago. We have had over a decade to invest ourselves in Tony Stark. We have had almost that much time to invest ourselves in some of the other characters. Thanks, Alex. I'm glad. So I take it you've seen the film then. Great. I'm glad that you agree. I'm wondering what you don't agree on because that's always interesting. Hopefully you left it in the comments on that video. If not, you're always welcome to comment here. So yeah, we've had over a decade to invest ourselves in these characters. We're going to have like a month. Tada's curse says, fly, Eagles, fly. Yay, fly, Eagles, fly. We're going to have like a month to care about Captain Marvel. It's just not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. If she's the one that does it, we're not going to care that much. Young and I just left the cord 8 and 08. Well, good for you. Yeah. So that's yeah. But anyway, it's really interesting to me because we have this. We have a lot of differences in what female heroes look like on the big screen right now. So if you want to take a look at our recent female heroes, Daniel John, 19, for my fave. Oh, thank you, Daniel John. I appreciate that. This is a heart for you because hearts are good. Jesse would make a good squirrel girl. Funny you mentioned that, 5 rounds rapid. My friend and I were actually talking about doing a fan-made squirrel girl with me as squirrel girl. So, hi, Brighton Sherry. What's what? Anyway, yeah. So yeah. Thank you for the super chat again. By the way, if anyone super chats and tells me that I should be drinking right now, I will start drinking. So that's just the thing because it's like whatever. It's the afternoon. It's not morning anymore. So the Shazam movie that Gabriel Larson's on it. Shazam looks so good. I've seen that trailer so many times and I still laugh at like everything in it. I'm so excited for Shazam. I am so ready for it. It's definitely happening. What's up, boss lady? Not much, Nathan Norman. Just talking about superheroes and stuff. I am so stoked for Shazam. Having seen Alita, do you have any interest to read the manga? I actually do. I'm not a big manga person at all. I've just never got into that. But after watching it, I was like, I want to know more about this world because it's so rich and has so much potential in it that I really am curious to read more and just delve into that world. I mean, books can build a world in a way that a movie can never, just because of the possibilities in it. So, yeah. Colorado cash crop instead of alcohol. Yeah, I didn't get any weed while I was in Colorado. I just didn't get around to it, but that's okay. I mean, I have California weed, so it's fine. Okay, I'm crawling back into my anxiety depression hole. Peace to all of you. God of awesome. I shall, Dalnar. Feel better, dude. Um, anyway, so there's a lot of 30 plus books in there. Well, that's okay. A lot of rich world building. Janeway and Lara Croft were great female leads. Agreed. You're my favorite manga and anime. Yeah, that's right. The books are pretty affordable on Kindle. I recommend them. I will check them out. Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel, and not Kay Khan. Not Captain and not okay. Yes, this is a thing. Though she became Captain Marvel eventually, right? After like a bajillion iterations, but she started out as Miss Marvel anyway. So thank you for the super chat again, Mega Jetty, and thank you for that correction. But of course, why would we make her be Miss Marvel? What a sexist title to call a woman Miss. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm looking around at what we're getting for female heroes, and I'm heartened by characters like Alita. I'm down with Wonder Woman. She's not my favorite ever, but I'm down with her. I'm disappointed that we still can't. I mean, as many people have stated, why didn't we get a Black Widow movie? Honestly, what I think would be fun would have been like a Black Widow and Hawkeye movie where we get to learn about like their backstory, how they met, what their adventures were like. I would have loved that movie. I'm not even a big ScarJo fan, but I really love her Black Widow. I don't like her as a platinum blonde again. I think she was better as the dark redhead, but whatever. Strong female characters are oversaturating the market. They need to make compelling characters like Ellen Ripley or Sarah Connor. Yeah, I agree that we're getting inundated with this heightened concept of a strong female character that isn't necessarily a well-developed or good character. Like I said, Alita is fun. I mean, you're talking something that has an existing source material to it, and someone just really wanted to drop the best F-bomb in a PG-13 ever. I'm trying to remember, what was the line? Yes, Alita gave a little girl arms. Hooray. It was very, very nice and touching. And that's, I mean, it's interesting too, because like this movie, without being SJW at all, has like certain themes in it that SJWs should theoretically love, like a strong female lead. Like definitely very much, there's a lot of feminism in this movie. And I mean like the good kind, like back before feminism was a dirty word, when it just meant like women claiming their power and breaking out of molds and being whatever they wanted. It has that, and it's really, really nice. And that's a lot of fun. Furiosa and Mad Max Fury Road, are we talking about great female characters? Yes, she's another great example. It also has that. I mean, this whole idea of being able to take people who have been crippled, who have been amputated, the whole idea was that Ito was made a cyber body for his crippled daughter. So you have this like great like movie that's very like, it brings up interesting ideas of differently abled and things like that. And these are all concepts that SJW should be going gaga for, and they're not. They're too busy being like, why weren't there any Japanese people in Alita? Yeah. That's how they all sound to me. Rob Gagnon, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, though. Definitely my most hyped movie after Endgame. Been a Godzilla fan as long as I can remember, and it looks amazing. Also, hashtag Pisces. Yeah, I am stoked. I always love a good Godzilla film. I'll definitely check that one out. I don't think I've seen a trailer. Is there a trailer for it now? I haven't seen it. Also, thank you for the super chat, Rob Gagnon. You are the man. We love you. Yeah, so there's a lot of, yeah, so I'm concerned with this trend of like, look at my women character, because I think whenever you do that, you lose richness in the character. Emmanuel Alima Gubbins, thank you for joining us. What was that, your Japanese voice? No, that was my SJW voice. My Japanese voice is way more offensive. I don't have a good Japanese accent. All of my accents, by the way, are comedic and or offensive, by the way. So just for you to know. Black Pidgeot, hello. Godzilla's 2 trailers out. It's out in May. Dope! I gotta watch the trailers. I admittedly have not seen them, but I will always watch a Godzilla film because I grew up loving King Kong vs. Godzilla. I love that movie so much. There's a giant octopus in it. What's there not to love? Hi, Fine Castle Ire. Yes, Link's Girl Zone. I have read your chat. Alita gave a little girl arms. Yes, it's wonderful. We love when girls have arms. At least you can say it right on like EBS. What does EBS say? I'm half Japanese. I never found you Japanese. Have you heard my Japanese voice? Have I done it before? Maybe. I don't know. I'm Irish. Please do your Irish voice and make it as you see fit. Okay, whenever I do my Irish voice, I try to channel Colin Farrell because he's got that like nice. It's sort of like rolling and Irishy, and I'm just really not good at doing an Irish accent. But if I have enough to drink, then perhaps I could do a good one. But I just kind of do the like, just roll over my words and talk kind of low and quiet and hope no one notices that I have no idea what I'm talking about. So there's my Irish accent for you. I hope it's not offensive. Actually, I really don't care if it is offensive or not because I don't mind offending people. So that's my it's a terrible pun. Braden Sherrier, go away. Black Pidgeot. Black Pidgeot. Makes it all French and shit. Anyway. Bye, Daniel the Fat Star. Hopefully you'll be back. How tall are you? I'm 5'7". Interesting question. Koko niwa takusan henjin ga iru. I have no idea what I just read, but it was in Japanese, I think. So I'm going to go. I've been asked due to my political life. Okay, but I'm always there for my friends. Cool, dude. Enough to drink. I'm offended. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to offend. I can have a Japanese accent due to loving the shit of Japanese culture. I'm just unsure if I might be mistaken for offensive. My Japanese accent is awful. You can only do an Irish accent when you're drinking. #triggered. No, I do a better one when I'm drinking. I also do a better Australian accent when I'm drinking. When I start drinking, my Australian accent is off the chain. Like I've had Australians be like, yes. It means there are many weird people here. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All my followers are hopefully weird. If not, I don't know what they're doing here. Start drinking ASAP, says Niles Cooper. For super chats, if a super chat comes in that informs me to drink, I will not say no. I believe in capitalism. Anyway, do you like Catherine in Hidden Figures as a strong female character? Which one is Catherine? Is she the main one? I liked all the women in Hidden Figures. They were all boss, and it was fun. Anyway, that's where we got our accent from. Otherwise, we'd sound like rookies. The critics are being hypocrites when it comes to Alita. I mean, how as a critic can you give The Last Jedi an amazing score and not Alita? I mean, it is technically such a better movie. It is a far superior movie. I still to this day, I will never understand the critic score for The Last Jedi. It's just bullshit. It's just, they were paid off by Disney so they could go to the premiere, and that's it. That's the only reason I can think of. Scarlet Witch of the Wasp. I haven't actually seen Ant-Man and the Wasp yet, nor Ant-Man the original, so I can't have an opinion, but I think probably the Wasp, just because she seems more badass and less annoying. Everything about Alita is superior to The Last Jedi. But yeah, I don't want to keep having characters like Rey and characters like Captain Marvel that are so focused on like them being a woman. I want grittier, and I think that's one of the reasons why I liked Alita so much, is that her world is gritty. As a character, she's gritty. She gets her hands dirty. There's dirt in this world, and that's, I mean, if you go and listen to what people love. Do we understand anything about The Last Jedi? No. Midnight Luna? No, we do not. Drink God on first and check out Pisces. I know. I have it. It's up there. I'm going to do it. Also, all right, let me go get a beverage. Go get an adult beverage so that we can enjoy this stream together. Anywho, whee! Adult beverage time. All right. Let's see. I got Sicilian blood orange, lime, lemon. Oh, blood orange is the obvious grape choice. Okay, so, whee! I drink for you, Rob Gagnon. I drink for you. Alky Mahal. Spiked seltzer. Oh shit, that tastes really boozy. Usually spiked seltzers don't, but that one does for some reason. Maybe it's been in there too long and it's just turned into vinegar. Force Ghost Jesse. I should be a Force Ghost, shouldn't I? Also, if you have not done so already, press that like button. We like oppression on my channel. Yeah, so and that's the thing that people love about the original Star Wars trilogy. Yeah, if you want me to drink more of my adult beverage, send those super chats my way. Whatchamacallit? One of the things we loved about the original Star Wars universe is just how gritty and used and lived in it was. And people are so afraid to write female characters that way. They make them all prissy and clean and nice and neat. And it's just not the same. Megan21 says, as I listen to you, I'm also watching Boston Legal, the episode where Shatner and Spader are on a dude ranch and Shatner is tempted to sleep with the sheep. Delightful. Should be a Godzilla movie where when he has to rescue his son from Ghidorah with the help of Mothra and Rodan. Imagine a hyper-violent Finding Nemo or Taken, but starring giant monsters. That actually sounds excellent. You should pitch that idea to the studios. Oh, Jesse, check out Ridley Scott's 4-minute short film. It's a Hennessy commercial, but beautiful with great score. Have I seen this? I do love Ridley Scott. I love him so much. He's probably my favorite director of all time. I just think that he's brilliant. Thank you, Sukori Interpretation. I know there's my bad Japanese accent, even though your name is not Japanese whatsoever. It's Sukori Interpretation, or however you pronounce that I don't know how to pronounce that O thing. I know that's a thing in like some Slavic language or something. Anyway, Shatner will be on The Big Bang Theory this week. Fun times. That man did not age well. Can we talk about men that I would have slept with when they were younger, but definitely would not today? Because he makes that list. What do you think of Hela as a female villain in Thor Ragnarok? Again, not gritty. She's okay, but it's just when you have these female villains, they're like, I'm just this all-powerful evil bitch. Like, there's no arc, there's no depth. She's just evil. She's just like the epitome of evil. And I don't get it. I don't feel it. It doesn't resonate for me. Got a fresh bottle of Apple Crown Royal ready for the weekend. Jealous. I have spiked blood orange seltzer. So send your super chat so I can drink it faster. Kim is almost 90. He doesn't look that bad. But just when he started to gain weight, he just stopped looking pretty. Robert Redford was another one. So pretty as a young man. Did not age well. Star Trek was before my time. My favorite William Shatner show was called Rescue 911. I watched the original Star Trek, even though I was not alive when it came out. Rumor of a Rose Tico show. Please, God, no. Was it Rose Tico's Adventures as a Mechanic? It's like the new Dora the Explorer, but teaches children how to speak Vietnamese or something. That's my new favorite show right there. Rose Tico, Resistance Mechanic. And it's just that. It's Dora the Explorer, but with Rose teaching people Vietnamese. That's what I want. Enchantress from Marvel is God, female villain. What do you think, Jesse? I don't know too much. I don't do I haven't done a lot of the comics, so I don't know so much. Sarah Connor talks of a helpless maiden becomes a badass warrior. I do like that. That's a fun. Oh, young Paul Newman. Don't even get me started on young Paul Newman. Holy shit. Oh my God. Like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. What was the Tennessee Williams play? A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, or Cool Hand Luke. Oh my God, young Paul Newman was such a babe. Such a babe. Kill me in the face. Rose Tico's no business being in Star Wars. Yeah. Just opened a bottle of Permafrost. Cheers! Cheers, Rising Underdog. I've never had Permafrost. I wonder if it's tasty. Hey, Jesse, what are we talking about? Well, currently we're talking about attractive men who did not age well, but I bet it needs to be Rose Tico's Pimp My X-Wing. We're also postulating what a fun Rose Tico TV show could be like. Harrison Ford, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would still fuck old Harrison Ford, though. Old Harrison Ford still looks the same enough that I'm down. Yeah, and we were also talking about the fate of female characters in cinema. I thought for a while we were on a good track. Honestly, Charlize Theron has some of my most, like, if I could write a female hero, a female badass character, it would be, Furiosa. Or honestly, one of my favorite ones of all time is her character in Atomic Blonde. She is written, you could put a guy in that role and it would be essentially the same. And that's, I think, a good character. Their strengths and weaknesses and the best parts of their character are not predicated on their gender. Like, you could make a James Bond, and that's kind of what this does. Is this makes a female sort of very James Bondy character who's suave and sleeps with women. By the way, she sleeps with a woman in the role, so they're not even like, oh, she like, sexualizes men. Like, they just wrote her as a lesbian or bisexual, who knows, but a character who will like seduce women the same way that a man will, which I think is fun and compelling, because it's like, hey, we just wrote a good character. It's a good winter ale. Yum. I love a good winter ale. I do have a PO box. You can send me one. And if you guys also want to send me things, just be careful and lie on whatever you're sending, because mailing alcohol through the mail, some places, I don't know. There's laws about that. Anyway, 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite number 163, Sherman Oaks, California. That is my P.O. box, guys. That is not my physical address. I don't live there. I don't live inside of a mailbox. So, but if you do want to send me things, you can send things to that address. I like things. Things are nice. 1 out of 2 packages is not bad. Yes, Alex Least and I went through it to get for me to get some of his amazing cider. So I still have some in the fridge, by the way. I live in a mailbox. That's nice, Star Siege player. Guys, if you want me to finish this ever, super chats will help me do that. Cali is nice. The weather is gorgeous. I mean, Colorado right now, it's freezing. Anyway, mailbox. That is the name for a transgender man's vagina. So, what are your interests / hobbies other than social commentary, entertainment? Fencing, riding horses, playing music, listening to music. I'll send you vodka named after my daughter. Sounds good, Timbot. I like vodka. I live aboard the Starship Enterprise. It's ma'am. Still one of the best things ever. Superman. Anyway, so yeah, Oklahoma warmed a lot after a cold day yesterday. Yeah, I love horses. I haven't ridden in a minute, but every time I travel someplace, I try to do a trail ride. So actually, the last time I rode a horse was in September in Australia, and I got to canter and all that stuff, and it was fun. I missed that. Yeah. Big red post boxes in England. Just thought I'd tell you. Can you live in them, London Junglist? Can you? Yeah. Yes, they're making an Akira movie, apparently. I think they're thinking about it. Riding is great. I love horses. Ponies. I also call all horses ponies. Will you show up to celebration on horseback with your mask and sword? That would be cool. I'd like to do that. Ask and you shall receive. Bottoms up, God Empress. Thank you, Marquand. Appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat. And the compulsion for me to drink. Hi, Justin Frazier. Why would you make a live-action Akira film? They'll just make a triangle version. Matthew Bush, for my favorite YouTuber and fencing sister. What's up, Matthew? Thank you for that. You are my hero because you're awesome. I'm so excited to continue working with you in Ref Life. Ref Life is great. Sheng Long, thank you for the amazing super chat. I don't have a question. Well, that's okay because I have a drink in your honor, Sheng Long. Actually, several because that's a dope-ass super chat. You were the shit. I appreciate you so much. Yay. Uh-oh. Hero of the chat. That's right. Go Shanglong. Cheers to you, Jesse, from snowy Jersey. Oh, Joshua Teague. I'm so sorry that you live in Jersey. What's up, Matthew McDade? Question, was the ma'am thing a reference to Police Academy? No, it's to Superman. The epic amazing transgender woman who went into a GameStop and like verbally assaulted the employee and then kicked a display, and it was funny. Do you have a job besides YouTube? Yes, I have 2 jobs besides YouTube. My jobs are refereeing fencing and coaching fencing. So that's what I do when I don't do this. But I'm trying to make this the main thing that I do, so that I have heard of I've heard that there is the Superman rap video. I'm trying to remember if I say it. I think I might have seen it. I saw something, but yeah, I haven't seen. Or I heard about that it existed and people were trying to find it. Now apparently it has been found. So now I do need to see it. Anyway, a Raven from Teen Titans is a strong female character, but not in the eyes of SJWs. It's because SJWs, I do fence as well. Yes, I do. Ha ha, like it goes. Ha ha. No one's ever made that joke ever before. J-Tank, definitely see Alita. It's super fun. It is just a great action film. What did you get started at? What? Yes, actually, Halo bloopers. I did get started to voice my opinions. I wanted an outlet for my voice. I felt that there were certain things that I wanted to say that didn't play for me well on the stand-up comedy stage. I do stand-up comedy as well. That didn't play well for me on the stand-up comedy stage. Hi, Tony Clark. What's up? And I wasn't getting a lot of traction acting in LA. I'm still not, but I'm working on it. But I wanted a place to get my voice out there, so I started YouTube. Honestly, the number one thing I wanted to start talking about was SJW bullshit, basically, because I started experiencing that in college, and I was like, "What the hell is this? This is so wrong." Because until that point, I thought I was a liberal, and then I realized that being liberal means something totally different now that I'm not okay with. I am for, and then I looked at it, I was like, I am pro a lot of these platforms, but I'm very, very, very against all of the methodology. The methodology is just so backwards that I'm like, oh my God, Alex Leese, I love this picture. This is a great picture. That's an adorable horse. And oh my God, that's amazing. It's adorable. That horse looks the way my horse looked like in every picture of him ever, which is the ears back. Like, I hate everything. That's adorable. I used to have a horse. He's dead. If you guys want to see me cry, we can talk more about that. Heathen Breathing Fire. Oh, she is live. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Heathen Breathing Fire. It's a great name. I love it. So you are a left libertarian. I struggle with libertarian because so libertarians typically are socially open or socially liberal, fiscally conservative. Kind of the yay, everyone can just go be whatever the hell they want to, but bitch, don't touch my money. And I have some feelings about thanks, Tony Clark. I have some feelings about money and the way people act with it that I also don't like labels, by the way. So I don't really like to define myself as anything, because then when you're like, I'm a this, and then you say something that's inconsistent with that ideology, everyone's like, you're not that thing. Stop lying. And I just feel like it's easier to be like, I don't care. Like I don't even want to identify as a heterosexual, because if I met Ruby Rose, I would totally have sex with her. So, whatever. But I mean, like, who wouldn't? Come on, Ruby Rose is hot. I have opinions. I have my own opinions, and I don't need to label them. If you want to know about them, then I talk about them, and that's about it. Anyway, so who needs female superheroes when any 5'2" woman on TV throws around grown-ass men with ease? We love Ellen Ripley as a hero. I was paying to see female heroine and didn't think about it. Exactly. Like, you didn't, it wasn't a whole thing. You weren't like, I'm going to see Batman be strong. You're like, I'm just going to go see a good movie. Oh my God, badass woman. I love badass women. Badass women are great. Funny thing, Tatsumaru, is that looks can be deceiving. So shut up, in other words. Also, I have more of this left. If you guys want to send me super chats, I will drink more of that. I love Ruby Rose, and I'm totally not cyber stalking her on Instagram. Right? Definitely cyber stalking her on Instagram. In totally unrelated news, I, for the first time in my life, got to go to the old spaghetti factory a couple days ago, and it was delicious. It made me very, very happy. The end. There was pasta that was covered in brown butter and cheese, and I died inside and then undied. Yeah. So that's fun. Where they make old spaghetti. Yes. Well, where they make spaghetti and then let it age, basically. So no, it was delightful. I really enjoyed it. My boyfriend's obsessed with it. He's like, I wish there was still one out here. So I took a picture and sent it to him, and he was jelly. Okay. Well, Mambian will probably be here when you get back. Thinking of Randians. So there's things like when I first read Anthem by Ayn Rand, I was like, yeah, this seems great. I haven't read a ton of else by her, but I understand more about her philosophy. And I'm like, not everything you say is great. Some things you say is bullshit. I can have butter and cheese, but no pasta on my diet. Oh, I'm sorry, Vivajay. Are you doing like a no carb thing? Because that's bad. It's bad for you. I had spaghetti in Venice last weekend, Jess. It was great. I had a drink and a toast to you during Carnival. Oh, Tony Clark, you're living the life. I'm so jealous. Also, thank you for the toast. I appreciate it. So far in life, I have a cat named after me, and at least someone actually named a kitten after me, which I think is adorable. And I have a right tit named after me. So that's cool too. That's yeah. Ayn Rand couldn't write actual philosophy, so she wrote novels instead. You know what? We all do what we can, right? Loquacious primate. We all do what we can. Bacon is good. I do love bacon. Yeah, a right tit. You heard me correctly. I'm bulking, so I eat everything. I wish I was bulking. I'm bulking by accident. Just one. Well, I mean, look, you can't name both your tits the same thing. You have two distinct tits. They're different people. They're different personalities. You can't just name them both the same. No, it's a female tit. Anyway. Have you seen Mecha King Kong versus King Kong? It's amazing. I've not seen that, Nathan Norman, but apparently I have to. I've not read John Rawls, but yeah. Why not name the other after Ruby Rose? Mine have names, but you guys don't get to know that. So other tip must be pissed. Well, it can't have as good of a name. So what do you think that the horror genre being misogynist is a bullshit statement considering all the strong things? Yes, of course. That's absurd. Women have been taking back power in the horror genre for ages now. Yeah, the horror genre definitely started out being I'm not going to say misogynist, but it started out being it's a little sexist. A little bit, you know, like every woman was a damsel in distress in the beginning of monster movie ness, and there was a lot of fetishization of the female body in original monster movies. And I don't think that they did any favors to the image of women in cinema. But I think that since then, that's changed so much to not only having films that have wonderful and terrifying female villains, but also powerful female characters who do the right thing and save the day. Nowadays, a horror movie with an ensemble cast, I think, is much more likely to have the smartest character be female than male. A lot of times now, you have the smart woman or the smart teenager of the group or whatnot, who's like, guys, let's do the practical thing. A lot of times too, the thing about the horror genre is a lot of the horror genre, if it's not trying to be progressive in some way, no, I don't mean like liberal progressive, I mean like just different, new. If it's not trying to be like alternative or subversive in some way, a lot of what makes the horror genre fun is leaning into caricature and stereotype. So you tend to have these archetypes, the cowardly nerd, the dumb blonde, the hot jock who's also dumb, the strong savior. And some of these are interchangeable. Like your brainiac nerd can be a woman or a man, and often will be one or the other based on the movie that it's made in. Tatsumaru, I am going to ban you from this chat if you keep saying inane shit like that. So and like the strong savior character can be both now. We've had both, and a lot of times, even if it's not practical to make the female like the physically strongest, she'll be the emotional strong one. She'll be the rock that everyone can lean on, who's like, get your shit together, we got to get through this. Or she's being strong for someone like a little brother or a little sister. So you have this, which is actually a powerful idea. That's one of the original creations of the strong female character came from the woman needing to be strong for other people, which is a really powerful idea that I think is in a lot of ways is more powerful than your strong man who's just being strong because it's a guy thing to do. Is you have a female character who is broken, who isn't strong, who has never been asked to be strong, and in order to protect her child, her younger sibling, a spouse that's been injured or can't fend for himself, she has to become the strong one. She has to exceed not just society's expectations of her, but her own expectations of herself in order to become, that strong, empowered hero. So that I think that trope, and you don't see that with male characters at all, really. And I think that's an incredibly powerful motivation, and an incredible a way to bring strength to those characters. The practical girl Velma, Five Sounds Rapid Perfect, right? That's a great example. That's a swing character that could have been either a man or a woman, right? And you had instead she's a female, the practical nerd. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that's that. I think and people belittle that too as a female archetype of like, well, she's just a mother and she's just supposed to be soft and kind. I'm like, no, this idea of being strong for someone else is much more powerful than being strong for yourself, than serving yourself. Which is hilarious to me, because you would think this would go like within the SJW narrative of we're all connected and we're all equal and whatnot, as opposed to like, I'm out to serve myself and my own needs and greatness. So anyway, a great movie with this very much in mind is Saint Agatha. Saint Agatha is almost entirely female cast. There's a couple supporting male roles in it, but it makes sense because this is like, these are pregnant girls at a nun's home. New horror film. I got to see the premiere of it. Sabrina Kern is the lead actress in it, and she is beyond brilliant. It's such a compelling character with such a heartbreaking backstory. Delivers such a hardcore performance. I'm blanking them. Oh, Carolyn Hennessy is the villainous woman in it, and she is like Nurse Ratched on steroids. She is terrifying. So if you guys haven't gone to see Saint Agatha, I think it's in theaters right now. You should definitely check it out. great horror film with strong, compelling female characters that are also beautiful and attractive. That's like the thing. That's you can have it all. You can have a female lead who's attractive, who's strong, who's compelling, who's emotional, who's soft and vulnerable, while also being badass and can take out a bad guy. There's no limit, and that's why I actually think right now, as we're writing them, at this particular moment in time, strong female characters, when they're written well, are more compelling than strong male characters. Because right now, and this is a virtue of the narratives that are being spun, no one's giving a crap about, even though and it started to go in the right direction for a minute there, started to go in the direction of there are these male issues. Like honestly, initially when feminism was kind of in its second wave a little bit, edging on its third wave before it got super toxic, there was a big part of feminism was not just empowering women and fuck the men, and screw them, the rapist assholes. A big part of that narrative actually encapsulated this idea that we need to break the mold of what being a man is, that we need to make it acceptable. We need to make it more acceptable for men to have as a varied of an emotional spectrum as women, and that they can see themselves as strong and continue to be strong while also being in touch with their fifis, which is the word I use instead of feelings because it's just that much better. So that was part of that narrative, and that's gone away, which is stupid because now with these constant attacks on male culture, all it's doing is forcing men to sort of dig their heels in and entrench themselves deeper into this need for strength, this emotionless strength. Because anytime they show any kind of emotion, there's, oh, you're just being toxic and awful, and oh, look at you having feelings about wanting to rape women because that's all you guys want to do, and it's just such bullshit. It's such hypocritical bullshit. So we've gotten now, because of this existing narrative, is that the male archetype for a hero has not evolved. It's the same thing. It's the same physically strong, emotionally strong, usually emotionally distant man who's just capable, and the worst weakness for him is not being able to provide for his women. And that's like the amount of depth we get from a male character. Whereas now when we're writing stronger female characters, they have that nuance. They can be sexy and strong. They can be soft yet tough, and all of these things. So anyway, Mega Jetty, my hero wants to be a good brother and son. Not easy. Cheers to that, Mega Jetty. I'm actually writing a movie right now where it's a male protagonist, and which I know should be illegal because only men should write men and only women should write women. Thanks, Helix. Is this an SJW channel? Fake account, quite the opposite. Thank you very much. Quite the opposite. But anyway, Ilsa and Casablanca I hate that character. I mean, yeah, she's a good character and whatnot, but I hate her. I just hate her so much. So yeah. She is not an SJW. Guys, come on. I went to a college that was chock full of them, and I discovered just how much I hated them before anyone else even knew what they were. The rest of the world was still like, what is this new fun stuff? And I was like, it's terrible and evil and I hate it. But anyway, so yeah, male characters. So we need to understand the same way that and honestly, it's like, this is the thing that's such a problem I have with the SJW narrative is you're saying that you're trying to expand the idea of what a woman can be and what a woman is capable of, but you're just trying to shift it. You're just trying to rewrite it under a different idea and keep it just as narrow as it was before. You're not expanding anything. It's just the classic thing. It's just something I discovered growing up. I grew up in a very liberal household, democratic household, and my one thing as I started challenging pre-existing notions, and actually my dad and I fall in very similar places politically in a lot of ways. However, there were certain things that I started to realize, because my dad had certain ideas about women that I didn't agree with. And what I started to realize is my first kind of eye-opening moment of that is I was raised to believe that my liberal household was very open-minded. And what I learned was that liberal and open-minded are not synonymous. I learned that as a teenager, that's not the same thing. That's really allowed me to start questioning these things. That just because you are on the side that wants change that wants things to develop differently, as opposed to the side that likes things the way they are and thinks that everything's fine the way it is, which classically is the way we've cast, liberal and conservative. And in some ways it is. In some ways that's true, and in other ways it's not. But just because you are on the side that wants change, that doesn't make you open-minded. In fact, many people, and right now especially, that you've seen this, that idea is just blossomed and blossomed and grown. And you see this so clearly in the SJW movement. This is not about being intellectual. This is not about asking questions. This is not about finding new answers. This is about wanting change that's just as rigid and closed-minded as the way things are now. If you get that change, all you do is you're just resetting the status quo, but the same balance is still in existence. You're just redefining what certain things mean. Anyway, so that was a big realization and discovery for me, and that's what I'm seeing now in the way that we're crafting our female characters, is that there isn't wiggle room, there isn't opportunity for nuance, there is only opportunity for the same, for this new idea of what a strong woman is. She's all powerful, she's indestructible, she's not soft, she's not feminine, or if she is, we're not supposed to focus on that or think about that, because if we do, we're being sexist or objectifying. Meanwhile, Samoas are a thing now, so we're talking about objectification. They just put Jason Momoa's shirtless body on Samoa cookie boxes, and I'm so happy. I can't tell you how happy I am about it. Marquand, however much YouTube allows, however much YouTube allows you to keep. Thank you. That's $7 of your 10. Thank you. Thanks for the open discussion on feminism. Being on the male end gives me a less than friendly perspective. Cheers, Marquand. I feel that, unfortunately. Well, I don't feel it because I'm not a man, but I've heard this a lot, and it sucks. The shitty thing is even as a woman, I'm barely allowed to have an opinion on feminism that doesn't reflect the mainstream crappy third wave feminism. Men are just told to shut up and fall in line, which is not intellectualism. I like smartness. You can't tell by the way I English sometimes, but I like intellectualism. I like using your damn brain. Yeah. So side note, so now I'm getting a point about channel growth where I should think about seeking brand sponsorship at some point. And it occurs to me that perhaps I should seek brand sponsorship from alcohol, because I've thought about this. You get to a point as a YouTuber, and brand deals and sponsorship deals are huge and can really allow you to give you the freedom to make the videos you want to make, not be beholden to not have all these financial burdens and stuff like that. But I'm never going to endorse a product that I don't believe in. The same way I'm never going to spout an opinion or speak on anything that I don't fully believe in. I'm never going to endorse a product or try to sell you guys a product that I don't fully believe in myself. And so it occurs to me on that front that getting an alcohol sponsorship, would be an excellent thing, because I love alcohol. So I do need a beer sponsor. I wonder if I can get like a craft brewery in LA to jump on that. Anyway, using your brain is pretty much the only way to get my attention or respect. Right, Alex Lee? That's actually one of the things I love so much about my boyfriend, is he makes it clear that he finds me very attractive all of the time, but he always tells me, it's very sweet, he's like, the thing I like best about you is your brain, which makes me believe that he's a zombie who's just trying to eat my brain, but you never know. Watch for cops looking for easy public intox chats. Is that a thing? Is like, am I not allowed to stream intoxicated? Is like, can I get in trouble for public drunkenness online the same way you do in life? Anyway, London Douglas says he's a top look. He is indeed. He is at that. Drinking causes cancer, but we love it. It's ironic. Lol. Yep. Intellectualism is a dying breed. I'm hoping it catches on more often, as am I. And that's the thing. And that's the thing I've come to. And I talk to a lot of people who are still, they get to a place where they're like, yeah, it's all fine for you to have different opinions, but at a certain point, if you express this opinion, I just can't engage with you because, ugh. And I'm like, that is so close-minded. Like, well, I can't do without getting mad. And I'm like, well, then maybe you need to detach emotionality from your opinions. I mean, and this is coming from a person who very much, very, very much attaches emotion to my opinions, all of my opinions. But at the same time, I go feeling first, but I promise you, I will always be able to back it up with intellectualism. And if I cannot, if my logic fails me and I go, oh shit, that was a feelings thing, and I have no facts for this, I will own up to it. I will 100% cop to it. And let you know. I'm late. What's up, Jesse? Hey, Zero K-Tiff. Well, we are talking right now about intellectualism and how strict ideologies go against that, especially liberalism right now. What does my boyfriend do for a living? He is an editor for reality television. His primary show is Jay Leno's Garage. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, mindless. Some people like myself are sapiosexual. Is that like pansexual, but you limit it to human beings, or you limit? Oh, I see what you mean. Sapiosexual, because sapio means thinking. Gotcha. You're attracted to thinking people. Good on you. Yay! My cats are back home. My cats stayed with my friend Madam Kelly for the week, and now they're back home because I'm coming home tonight. Yay, kiddos! Kids, say no to fake science. Sapiosexual is when you're attracted to mind over looks. A plus. Amen to that. I definitely like. I like looks. I'm very into looks, and I can look at a person and be like, I love your looks. If your personality sucks and you're stupid, done. I have no interest in you beyond that. Also, I can definitely be attracted to somebody that I'm not physically super attracted to because of their brains, of their brain thoughts. I love me some brain thoughts. Brain thoughts are the best. Me too, no doubt, says Vlad Riot. Yes, us sapiosexuals gotta hang together. Doesn't matter if she's perfect, if she's a perfect 10, if she's dumber than a box of rocks. Well said, Heathen Breathing Fire. I had a friend who used that phrase, and it was great. Should I start dating human robots? Because people these days are too crazy. You might consider it. I clicked because I didn't know your gender. All right, Maniac Mutt, that's weird. I'd like to see your cat as a Jedi one of these days. Tony keeps talking about how he really wants to. They make like samurai armor for cats, like legit nice samurai armor. And he's like, I want to get this for your cats. I'm like, they're going to hate it, but okay. Okay. How is it possible you're doing a live stream when it's not 3 a.m. here? Lobster 800, welcome. Because it's the middle of the day and I'm bored. I'm doing nothing else at this time. So Alita Battle Angel. I did, Jesse Roshan. My review is up on my channel right now if you'd like to go check it out. I enjoyed it very thoroughly. I had a few issues with certain plot elements, really overarching ones. A lot of like some of the bigger world building elements of it. But in the most part, I really loved it. I thought the characters were great. I thought it was well cast, well acted. I thought it was just largely really, really good. Be freaking cool to make your own base on the moon. Would be, wouldn't it? I can imagine Lando leaping around like prequel Yoda. Lando, when I put things on him, like so I have leashes for them for when I've traveled with them, so I can let them out of the crate in the airport and have them on the little leash. But I've tried to do that so I could just, take them out places sometimes. And I put the harness on Lando and he floats over like he's drunk. It's hilarious. He just like rolls and so he can't go anywhere. He just flops and then like rolls to get anywhere. It's hilarious. He moves kind of like if anyone's seen Batman, Spider-Man, he moves the way they do in that weird ass animation. I trust my cat as a knight once. He was not amused. I really want the shark costume, the one where their face is just popping out of giant shark teeth. Richard Method, thank you for the super chat. I drink to you. Hooray for super chats. Heathen Breathing Fire. One of my life goals for the near future is to get one of those DIY 3-day printer kits. Oh, dude, that would be so much fun. I would have a great time with that. Pets are hilarious. Anyway, hey, let's go on an adventure. I'm going to keep talking to you guys, but we're going to go fold some laundry in the meantime. Because, okay, fun story about my life. I'm in Colorado right now, and altitude is a thing. So I got a nosebleed, apparently, in my sleep last night and bled all over my friend's pillowcase. So I figured that was not a cool thing to do. So I put some stain remover on it and put it in the wash. And figured while I was at it, I'll wash the towel that I used while I was here. And then I was like, well, if I'm doing a lot of laundry anyway, I'll just put my laundry from this trip in here too. So here we go. Folding laundry with Jesse. Here's my anti-feminism for the day. It's just me folding laundry. You're welcome. So, yep, let's clean that lint out of the lint thing. It's actually my favorite. Does anyone else really, really enjoy cleaning the lint out of the lint catchers in dryers? Give me a Y. Give me a Y if you like cleaning the lint out. Y is for yes, because I don't do fun things. Smells good. Also, press that like button if you have not done so already. Yeah. I bet you can't fit in the dryer. Bet you're right. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see. That stain is still in my bra. Oh, well. This is the sports bra that when I was in a Nike commercial, I stole from the shoot. Because I was in a Nike commercial as a fencer. It was very exciting. Yes. Let's see. All right, moment of truth. Did I get the blood out of the pillowcase? Yeehaw! No blood in that pillowcase. Very exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. Awesome. All right, so that's cool. Now just take all. I have just a lot of socks, basically. Oh, this is still a little bit damp. That's fine. I'll just put it there for now. Let's see. Oh, everyone's leaving. They're like, we don't want to watch women do laundry because we're too progressive for that. Granny panties. Here they go. Oh yeah, I didn't realize you guys are just about to see all of my underwears. Look, let's be real here. I can't wear things like thongs. They just okay. I have a large-ish derriere. Okay, let's just leave it at that. And so when I wear like really certain types of underwear, my butt just kind of eats it, and it's horrible. So I don't wear granny panties, but I wear underpants that cover the necessary butt parts. That's all, guys. Don't make fun of me. Jeez, harsh internet, harsh. Sounds very much. It is. Body positive. I love my body, so I love my big booty too. So do lots of other people. But anywho's, yeehaw. What's going on? Anyone coming to this video at this moment? Clickbait for a laundry routine. What is a laundry routine? Is that a thing? Yeah, no. I'm just showing off being a good woman doing domestic chores like laundry. There was a reason. I'm just getting this done before. So for more fun stories, and we'll get back to talking about real things. Chessie's underpants. No. Step 1, steal underpants. Step 2. Step 3, profit. Yes. So no. So I was here to visit my friend and her husband who got married. I was at her wedding. You guys met her. Tenacious B. You guys met her the other night, like Saturday night or something. And but then she had a business trip that she got called away on. So she wasn't here yesterday or today. Yesterday, I just did nothing, slept a lot, but also hung out with her husband, Brendan. But he went to work today, so he's coming home soonish. He gets off at 3, so he's coming home soonish. So I was like, we got all this shit done before he gets back. Anyway, Alita is my angel. She is pretty great. I'm washing my dishes. Yeah, doing domestic chores. I can never deal with wearing a thong. My ex-wife used to sometimes, and I was like, yeah, I don't understand. Women have told me, like, well, it's fine because you just start out with a wedgie the whole time, so then you don't even notice. And I'm like, that just sounds awful. I don't want my life to be acclimating myself to having a wedgie. I don't want that to be a thing that I've done. It's like, yeah, I am used to having a wedgie all the time now. That's just normal for me. I'm like, no, I don't want that to be a thing. I want more from myself in my life. Is a thong a torture device? Most likely. I just don't get it. I'm like, screw it. I'll have panty lines occasionally. That's fine. I'm an adult. I can deal with panty lines. It's not a big deal. Whatever. Anyway, so what happened while I was gone? Well, I started folding laundry is what happened. Started being a domestic woman. But I don't know. I don't remember when you left. I don't remember what we were talking about when you left. So we've talked about other things. We talked about feminism is bad. Well, modern feminism is bad. And thongs belong on feet. I see what you did there. That's reasonable. Okay. Woo! In Australia, yep, thongs are flip-flops. That's a thing. In Hawaii, flip-flops are slippers, which I think is adorable. We were talking about sapiosexuals. We were talking about sapiosexuals and how being smart is more important than being pretty. And we all agree. If we don't agree, then we just go away. I guess. All right. Whee! Take some more adventures here. This towel is not 100% dry yet. So I'll put it away. Just go hang it up somewhere. Nah, it's dry enough to fold. This is my legs, guys. I have legs. Look at that. I know you don't believe me. I have legs. Will I ever find... Random Nerd of Doom says, will I ever find a girlfriend? Probably. Like, try hard enough. I don't know. The day that I found my current boyfriend was the day I just completely given up on love entirely. So... it's always my suggestion. That's honestly like always how I met new people that I really like is by just giving up on meeting people. Being like, I never I will never have love. And then subtly meeting someone that I love. So I highly recommend just giving up. That's the way you do it. Also, when you give up, you stop caring about things, like what people think about you. When you stop caring what people think about you, your life gets exponentially better. So here's a question for the interwebs. If I made a course on how to stop giving a shit what other people think about you, would you guys be interested in said course? Because once upon a time, I made a pointed effort to stop. I made a pointed, concerted effort to be like, I am going to be the best version of myself that I can be. I'm sick of always caring about what other people think, and I'm just going to be myself and not care. Yeah. So would you guys want that? Is that a thing you would want? Is that a thing you would all be interested in? Because I can teach you. I can teach you. This is a thing that can be taught, and I can teach it. So, like a PowerPoint presentation. It would be a video series. It would be a video series. And it would have like fun little exercises that you can do. And I wish I could be this calm. You can be, turns out. I learned how to be. And it's a funny thing because like all my life, people were like, Jesse, why are you so confident? And I was like, ha, it's a lie. And then one day it stopped being a lie because it stopped being like at all true at all. And I was like, this feels terrible. And then I fixed it. And that's what I do. So, yeah. So, bam. And the trick is I do it when I ref. It's great for when you ref, dude. It's so critical in being a good referee. Not caring. Oh, look, it's just my hair. That's a thing. Whee! All right. We're returning back to our lives, our regularly scheduled life. Here you go, Laundry. Bam! Put that away eventually, so I can like leave. Getting on a plane in a few hours. It's going to be great. All right. Oh man, we didn't even lose all that many people total, even though I was just folding laundry. Because we love watching women be domestic. Teach me, master. I will teach you all of these things. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this course. I'm going to sell it for not that much money. And possibly like give some away to people I really like. And then y'all, Daniel the Fast, you're back. We're talking about how I'm going to make and sell a course for how to not suck. I need to go pack and smoke my elephant at BRB. Oh, David Jensen. I didn't even notice you were here. What's up, David Jensen? Have fun smoking and packing. But yeah, so I just think that would be fun. My hair has had a Twitter account before Jeremy's hair did, actually. My hair was the first parody account before any of the Jeremy accounts. Oh, bye, Ashley Phillip. Dylan. It was nice to have you here. Anyway, I'm actually folding laundry is pretty gay, dude. You know what? We all have to do it, though. We all have to do it. So what was I going to say? Jesse is high heel shoes towards. No, it depends on the high heels. Some of them are actually really comfy and look super cool. But yeah. So yeah, hair first account ever. No, I'm going to call my course How to Not Suck: A Practical Guide to Sucking Less. I feel like it just tells you what it is. It's no bullshit. Batgirl or Robin? I don't know. I mean, Robin maybe. Biggest threat to your life at the moment, your zombie boyfriend or the sentient hair? It's tough. So zombie boyfriend, it doesn't stay over every night, So probably the hair, because it's with me at all times and I don't know what it's plotting or thinking. I would say that for sure. By 3797 ID, punching out. I will be safe. Yeah. Is the goal to just not suck to others or allow yourself to exist in a not sucky state? Allow yourself to not suck for yourself, like more for yourself, like to wake up feeling like you're amazing rather than wake up feeling like you're a loser. Fat man or boy blunder? Always fat man. Always fat man. Can you tell us a little bit what to expect from your course, like a little commercial? Well, there will be. I'll make a teaser video. But essentially, it's a big part of it. Like the core part of it is rewriting your inner narrative. Zombie Jess would look with red eyes. Just watch me wake up after a night of heavy drinking. It'll look like that. So it's like self-help. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way if you want to call it self-help. But like anything that is for you to help you improve your life is self-help. But a big part of it, and this is the hardest thing. It works off of this idea that it's predicated by the idea that so if you ever look at things like how to change your habits, bye MWG. If you look at things like how to change your habits, if you want to learn how to change your behavioral habits, there's all sorts of stuff on like, well, you have to do this to change this habit. You have to do this to change this habit. And thoughts work the same as habits. So the idea is like when you reinforce a habit, you're creating a deeper groove in your neural network. You're creating a deeper groove in your brain, and the deeper the groove is, the more likely it is. It's just like if you pour water down something and it has a groove in it. The more there's a groove, the more likely it is to that the neuron's going to fire along that same path and lead to that same behavior. But now, Cooper, this is not my room, so it would be really weird of me to clean it. Also, I'm not in my room, so I can't clean my room. So yeah, I can just clean up other people's rooms. Your neural network works the same way. It creates the same kinds of grooves for thought patterns, for patterns of thinking. And you can actually reassign those and create new grooves through conscious effort. Anyway, that's the goodbye. Let's go. Greetings from Croatia. Hi, Croatia. Also, bye, Croatia. So that's how it is. But it's actually like I've done some work on this. There's some things. Varying Redbeard, yes, but you'll be surprised how few people have common sense. Good evening to you too, Nostalgia Fan. It was a Jordan Peterson reference. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, his the go clean your room idea, which is like if you don't have and mine is very different from all the stuff that he talks about. But he talks about go clean your room. Like if you can't do anything else, go clean your room because it's something you can do. Mine has a slightly different angle on it. It's really more about shut up, stop whining, and just do shit. Anyway. Good morrow, Peppervenge. Haven't seen you here in a while. There is still more blood orange sparkly alcohol, so if you'd like me to drink it, by all means, send super chats. Sir Ha, your room is always a disaster on video. You don't usually get to see my room on video. You don't know. There's ever been a time where you guys have seen like my whole room. But anyway. But don't get too Himalaya, others who get set in your ways. This is true. Neuroplasticity, it is good stuff. Anyway, so that's Sparky. No, it's sparkly. It's sparkly. Yes, Nostalgia Fan, I am feeling mine. So fun thing, when I lose my voice like that, I usually don't have an accompanying sore throat. I just my voice is just like F you, I'm out. So that's what happened. It was fun. There's one thing I can do is drink. Drinking is grand. All right. I feel like we're getting to the point where we've exhausted the things that I came here to talk about. So if you guys have, I'm traveling right now. I finished reffing on Monday, and I was staying with a friend for a couple days, and I'm heading back tonight. So hooray. Actually super funny. Whatchamacallit? Just completely lost my train of thought. Completely lost it. Drink more to say hi to it. Save your advice. I will do that. But yeah, no, I was talking to Jeremy today, and I was like, I sent you my video for Thursday. And he's like, yeah, cool. Do you think I could put up tomorrow instead? And I'm like, Jeremy, tomorrow is Thursday. And he was like, oh, yes. So good old big brother Jeremy is very busy over at Geeks and Gamers. So, you always catch the ends of these. Well, we can, just kick it around for another few minutes. So make sure you guys are always giving your love to Big Brother Jeremy. He is working his ass off on Geeks and Gamers right now. So if you guys are fans of Geeks and Gamers, make sure that you know that he loves you. That you know that you love him because he loves all of you. Anyway, Forest Ghost Jeremy, hello there. I don't like Miley Cyrus. Jeremy is good stuff. Anyway, Chris Hemsworth is playing Hulk Hogan in a biopic from the guy. Interesting. Bye, Rob Gagnon. I will check out Pisces. It's there. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Everything will be okay when we colonize Mars. Jesse Jeremy, 2020. As long as I get to be president, he's my VP. That would actually be an incredible bipartisan ticket too, which is really funny. Boop, doop, boop, boop. Reason to subscribe to your channel. I like that you're emotional in your arguments. You use rational thought behind your arguments. Big fan. Thank you, JB. We were actually just talking about that and how that's a thing that I do. And that's the thing I try to maintain doing, because being intelligent is important, but having feelings is also okay. And I like to try to break down that stigma that just because I'm in feeling, I'm in a lot of feeling all of the time, and that somehow means I'm being irrational or stupid. So feelings and logic are not mutually exclusive. Shocking. Hi from Africa. Big fan. Nehemiah, thank you so much. I don't think I've ever had a call out from Africa on here before. That's so cool. That's very exciting. Mindless entertainment all across the world. We're making a new, I made it here. I'm here. Woo! Hail God Empress Tomboy. Thank you, Cyborg Patriot. I love your arguments. It's the perfect troll bait. It really is, though. It's so much fun. I'm going to start doing a little more heavy satire as well, I think. So I'm really excited for everyone to not get it and be really offended by it. So logic feels good, man. It does, too. Yeah, so you'll hear me say some things that sound like that's a weird thing to say. But if you take me seriously, then you'll be sad. And if you don't, like a sneak preview, we're going to do a meant to offend one where I talk about the way to fix toxic masculinity is by all women just embodying the behaviors they call out as toxic masculinity. Because what they're going to discover is, one, some of these behaviors are actually really fun and we should just all be doing them. And the second thing that's going to happen is that when men have certain behaviors done to them, it's going to wake them up right away and be like, oh shit, maybe this isn't that cool after all. And that's the best way to make them change. So yeah. No, I made one a while back, a long time ago, on a similar note that was like, the way to fix feminism is to learn self-defense, so that when a man tries to sexually assault you, you just kick him in the nuts. And people got so triggered. They're like, you're just going to go around physically assaulting men? Triggered. And I'm like, you guys are so dumb. Because first of all, everyone made it seem like the second that a man looked at me the wrong way, I was going to just kick him in the balls. And I'm like, well, that's idiotic. And then they were also... they're like, you're promoting violence. Like, didn't understand that it was satire. So I really enjoy when people don't understand what satire is. Women should take defensive firearms training as well. I agree. I think all people should know how to use all these things. That way you level the playing field. It eliminates the ability for people to be a-holes. As part of you glad The Last Jedi sucked is one of the reasons your channel got popular? I have mixed feelings. On the one hand, it was a great boon to me that it did. And I don't know that my channel would have gotten to these heights without it. But on the flip side, I always had this channel is less to me about being successful on YouTube and more to, it's been a great side benefit, and it's always been more to me about speaking the truths. So, and having an outlet for my voice. So while I'm grateful that I had a jumping off point, through which to succeed, I didn't need that to happen. It's not required. Like, I'm definitely like that it did, but it's definitely not required. Thanks, Sled and Jungless. I like to think that sentiment is correct. Satire and ridicule is the speech of the people. It is indeed. Learning to defend yourself can help you be more confident too. Very true, Links Girl Zone 101. In fact, to that point, I started doing Krav Maga a few years ago. I love Krav Maga. I do it all the time. And I've noticed that since I started doing it, I don't have to be antagonistic or aggressive towards people. I don't have to let them know, but there's something in the way you carry yourself. And I think it's just that's the way it is. When you are a person and you see somebody that could be a potential threat, and you're not confident in your ability to handle that threat, there's a way that your body language changes that people pick up on. There's probably something pheromones that people can smell. Nice, Sirha. And that way, there's a change in your there's a shift in how you carry yourself. Exactly. It's absolutely how you carry yourself. And people just don't fuck with you when you carry yourself like you know what to do. So when I see a threat and I assess a threat, it's no longer like, oh crap, I have to figure out how to deal with this threat because I don't know. It's, I feel confident that should the need arise, I can deal with this threat. And that confidence eliminates threats before they become a problem, which is really cool. So anyway, I think that's really, really fun. And a huge endorsement for me as to why all people, especially women, should learn self-defense, because the reality is, in a lot of situations, the man is the more physically powerful person. And if a woman is aware of that, the man will on a deeper level be aware of that and be more likely to take advantage of her. Whereas if a woman is confident in her ability to defend herself, or at least bring some serious hurt down on this guy, he is a lot less likely to go in, and do something to her. This is the classic predator psychology. Predators are not typically looking for a fight. Predators prey on prey for a reason. They don't prey on other predators. They're not looking to get jacked. They're not looking to get messed up. They're looking for an easy mark. And if you smell like, and I mean that sort of in a semi-literal sense, like not an easy mark, you're less likely to get fucked with. So there's that. Anyway, that's the thing. Those are my thoughts. There have been no super chats in a while, and I feel like drinking, so I'm doing it. But if you want to see me drink this more rapidly, do that. Thank you, person with the name I can't read. I like my eyes too. Soy Kwando is deadly out in the streets. No women can defend it. Hilarious. Anyway, some men have trouble protecting themselves too, not just women. No, I didn't say just women. I said people. I said especially women, because typically it is more likely that women are more likely to be in situations where there's a more physically powerful person. Now, if you are, and that's just like as a whole, like the average man is physically stronger than the average woman. But if you are a man who is not particularly physically strong, who is somewhat weak, then yes, you have the same problem. You have the exact same problem. It's not different. It's not, and these are just things. And as I always, talk about these things, there are things that are more likely in one gender than the other that don't make them specific to a certain gender. Anyway. Guns don't have a gender and anyone can use them. That is very correct. I'll have a beer with you, babe. Thanks, Varying Redbeard. Cheers to you. Cheers to us. Guys, if you haven't yet, press that like button. Very important thing to do. Anybody can use a gun. That is very true. However, guns are not always the best tool for certain situations. And also, it's nice to be able to get out of a situation without having to deal in lethal force. Because that's another thing as well. Is like if your primary self-defense hinges on you pulling a gun, that can get very sticky for you legally. Because there are a lot of states with a lot of laws about threatening lethal force or responding with lethal force if your life is not in danger. So it's the force continuum, exactly, Sir Ha. So if you are a person who owns a gun and carries a gun, I think it is even more important that you know some basic self-defense and de-escalation techniques first, because you are under an obligation in a situation to not go immediately from, oh, nope, somebody tried to punch me, I'm shooting them in the face. Now, there's some states where that's fine. Like I think there's a couple states where that's totally okay. But yes, your first option should always be to escape and then neutralize the threat. And if it's absolutely necessary, then you use a firearm. But typically, unless someone else is brandishing a deadly weapon and intending deadly force, or you have a reason to suspect they're intending deadly force, you should not use a gun on them. So guns, I am all for gun ownership and gun use responsibly and with good education. Because the solution is not just arm everybody, it'll be the Wild freaking West. I mean, we had that at points in our history. We had the Wild West, that existed. There was not less gun violence because everyone was armed. People got shot left and right all the time. You have to have responsible gun ownership. You have to have education about gun ownership. You can't just give everyone a gun and hope for the best, because people are naturally stupid and they're going to do irresponsible things. You have to teach them how to be responsible with their firearm. The same way you teach children how to have safe sex, right? Gun education should be a part. I mean, the reality is whether people like it or not, guns are a part of our culture in this country. And just the way we have safe sex, because like it or not, teenagers are going out fucking. The way you have safe sex taught in schools, gun safety should be a part of a basic core curriculum. So that's my opinions. Varying Redbeard, I'm with you 100%. You walk through my door, your life is forfeit. You walk through my door with ill intentions, you better watch the fuck out. Anyway, yes, I do talk really, really fast, Dan Smith. I hope y'all can keep up. It's not like we're going with Uzis in our pockets. Exactly. People do kill people, and stupid people with guns are more dangerous than stupid people without guns. But an educated populace that is armed, honestly, the reality, you say we need gun condoms. Yes, we need condoms on our guns. But like a gun-free populace, if you have a truly gun-free populace, obviously you're not going to have gun violence. But if you have an educated, but that's also not a reality because black market still exists. Just because you take away all of the guns legally doesn't mean you're not going to have them. We saw that in the U.S. The instance of drinking during Prohibition went up Tons. Make it illegal. People are still going to find it. And in fact, having prohibition is what led to the rise of organized crime in this country, which ultimately led to a bunch of murders and a lot of gun violence. So good job, America. Anyway, the point is that you're not gonna succeed, especially not in this country, at just taking everyone's gun away. And yeah, if you could have a country that was just 100% no guns, then you would have no gun violence. But that's not a reality. The reality is your next best option is to have an educated populace, is have people who are educated about guns, gun safety, and gun usage. So, bam. Those are my feelings. Thank you, person whose name I can't pronounce. Then why did it work in Australia? Because Australia is an isolated nation. Unless you are also going to take all of the guns away from Mexico, you are not going to get guns out of the U.S. There are countries where it is practical to just not have heavy access to firearms. War on drugs hasn't eliminated drugs either. Exactly. It has. I mean, I have to look at all of the. Even without guns, you would still have violence. Japan is a good example. Exactly. You're not eliminating violence by eliminating gun violence. Now, you are eliminating deaths from gun violence. But you actually have plenty of murders. You have plenty of murders with knives. Violence is as high now as before the bans in Australia. Okay, so now you're getting into questions of of gun violence versus knife violence, and that's, I think it goes just back to the point that a bunch of people keep making, is guns don't kill people, people kill people. What's up, double hacker? We're talking about guns. People kill people. When you have an educated populace, and overall, when you have an educated populace, you have less violence. And that's why I think one of the main things we need to address in this country is education, because we're all fucking stupid and people need to fix it. Anyway. So we need more smart people in the world and less stupid people, and that's pretty much all. I have rifle practice curriculum in high school in my country. Best experience in school. That sounds awesome. Goodle. Goodle. That's fun to say. An article to stop sexual assault. We should make intercourse before marriage illegal. Wow. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll have greater luck prosecuting sexual assault. I mean, that's what's going to happen. If you made sex before marriage illegal, you wouldn't prevent sexual assault. You would have a higher likelihood of convicting people who committed sexual assault because you would already have that be a crime. You would not necessarily limit the behaviors, and you would also have a skyrocketing divorce rate because sexual relationship is an incredibly important part of people's relationship. That's not to say that you can't have a successful marriage if you didn't have sex before you got married. You absolutely can. But for a lot of people, knowing and understanding their sexual compatibility is huge. You're going to have people get married who aren't sexually compatible, and we're going to find that's ultimately a deal breaker because sex is a lot of fun and people like to have it. And if you end up with somebody, and also you're going to have things like the marriage rate is going to go down because people are going to want to get married sooner so they can experience sex because, let's face it, you hit puberty, your hormones are raging. That's what you naturally want to do. So you're going to convince yourself that you should marry this person because you really, really want to fuck them. You're going to fuck them for a while, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 years, and then get tired of them and be like, shit, well, now our marriage is over. Anyway, so flamethrowers are legal where? I want one. Fun Nun, I'm out. Have a good one. You're a cool chick. Thanks for joining us, Fun Nun. We'll hopefully see you again soon. Loquacious Primate, people also need to stop hitting their children. Lots of violent people have childhood abuse. That is definitely very true. When you're a young child, things imprint on you very, very deeply. And if you are smacked around a lot as a kid, you internalize that as being a normal and acceptable thing to do to other people. So there you go. There you go. Oh, goodness. That was a lot of words. It's a lot of words. All right. So we're going to wrap this guy up because words, and my friend should be home soon. So I'm going to hang out with him and stuff. Why does it work in Europe? And as an opposite point with no guns, Switzerland and Canada, they do have guns, but not as bad as the U.S. Well, Switzerland and Canada have better education than the U.S., for one thing. Switzerland and Canada, I believe, have more controls on guns and more strict rules on buying them than the U.S. does. The U.S. has large swaths of the country that are very uneducated. I'm not going to have kids very regularly because I want to smack the shit out of every child I see. So, anyway, flamethrowers for killer bees. Anyway, no, there's still plenty of violence in other parts of Europe, even with guns. Like, there's less gun violence, obviously, but there's still plenty of violence. Has Mounties. They make criminals surrender without a fight. State Canada has mandatory training and licensing. There you go. You have more rules towards gun safety. And you also have things like even though Canada is a larger country, its population centers are smaller. and exists over a smaller area. When you have a smaller size population, it is easier to control. Also, I would have to look at the statistics. I would venture to guess that Canada and Switzerland both have more homogenous populations. Diversity breeds, especially the way it's existed in our country, not just diversity, I'm talking ethnicity, but diversity of socioeconomic brackets, of thought, of political beliefs, breeds hostility and tension. So in bigger cities with more diverse groups of people, larger diverse groups of people, you are more likely to have tension and violence. So there you go. Yeah, sorry, you guys got to suffer Trudeau. He is a moron. Anyway, thanks, Linux Girl Zone. Diversity of alcohol makes one an alcoholic. It certainly doesn't hurt. If every alcohol was just boring, I would drink it less. One of the reasons why I can't stop drinking beer is because there's so many new interesting beers for me to drink. Big up, Jesse. Take care, mate. Take care, London Junglist. No, Fat Andy. Sorry, no kids for me. I'm going to bounce though. Like I said, friends coming home soon. So I will talk to you guys all again very soon. I'm sure I'll do a live stream sometime in the near future. Love you guys. I love dark beer, very red beer. I love stouts and porters, but I drink all beers. The only thing I don't like are like boring mainstream beers like Budweiser and Bud Light and shit like that. And I'm not a particularly fan of basic bitch IPAs that have nothing to offer other than hops. Anyway, down the sparkly, pick up the Hennessy. All right. Good night, guys. That's okay. I'm in Chester. Next time. Great to talk to all you guys. Have a good evening. Have a wonderful life. Thanks, Evan Chester. Bye, Nathan Norman. Bye, Zaracada. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. I will talk to you all later. Bye, Midnight Luna. Bye.